Hi guys, welcome to One-on-One at AFC Youth Magazine. I'm your host, Laston Samuel. Today my guest is Mr. Tawanda Zuze. He's an IT expert and we're here to discuss the role that technology plays in church. Mr. Zuze, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Brother Laston. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share with you the little knowledge that I have in the IT field, and I hope some of the viewers that are listening are going to learn something from what I'm saying, but it doesn't mean that I know everything.
Okay.
I don't know everything, and I'm going to share with you the little that I know.
No, I'm so happy that we managed to get hold of you because as you know, there's a lot is happening and it's high time that maybe our church can start adopting technology because in fact they've actually started work with visual online services and work with I have seen some WhatsApp messages, WhatsApp audios circulating zviri kuita kuti vanhu vakwanise kuwane access kune vhangeri on daily basis, which is a good thing. So we want to talk more about that, on how we can improve in areas that tinogona kuita work on. But before we do that, I just want to hear more from you. I was checking your profile and I was so impressed that you are a certified digital marketer. At the same time, you also work part-time as a software developer. So during this lockdown, your field, are you managing to work from home? Because for some of the guys, industries are our developed or automated to that extent they can work from home. How is the lockdown been going for you so far?
Okay, I can safely say that working from home for me has been going on so well, and much of my work is online.
Yeah.
So much of the services that we offer,
yes.
We offer them online. So the interaction with my clients, unless there's a very urgent need, maybe the client might want to explain one or two things, or might want to share one or two things with us. But much of our work is online, and we haven't been much affected in the coronavirus in this lockdown. Since even now, we are communicating with our clients online, and it's business as usual. It's business as usual. That's what I can say. Yeah.
Oh, that's impressive to hear, actually. But I also wanted to hear from you with let's say for someone who wants to take a career or to pursue a career in IT, what are the requirements, and from your experience, what motivated you of all the field you are now choosing IT?
Well, to be honest with you, what I have discovered or realized over the past 5 years is, for you to enjoy doing IT, you must have passion for it, and you must be that kind of a person who has that, what can I say, that eagerness, how technology works. You must have that interest. You must be willing to learn, because technology is not an industry that maybe maybe in the next 5 years which operate at the same way. It's an industry that is ever changing. Each and every time, each and every day, new things are being introduced, and new ways of doing things are being introduced. So you must be in a position to keep up with that pace, so that auzogara usiri relevant. Because what I can tell you is, what I know today won't be relevant tomorrow, because kunenge kwato introduce some new form of technology that I might not know. So it's up to me now to be always on the run, teaching researcher what's new, what's trending, and what's relevant, so that I can stay relevant in the market. So it's a bit challenging, and but at the same time, it's worth it.
Okay.
That I can assure you, it's worth it. So if you want to join, or if you want to pursue a career in IT, you must be someone who is willing to study and research always. Okay. Even after school, you have to keep on researching more on current trends and technologies.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice to hear, and thanks for sharing that part. So I was just overwhelmed by your profile, and I just wanted to see if I can also fit in, because it's really an interesting field, the IT field, especially if we look at where the world is going.
Yeah.
Actually, people work for Nakuita joining.
Yes. And also I wanted to add, Kuti, there is that belief that maybe you must have those maybe a profile in a degree, even my qualifications.
Exactly.
The thing about technology is you can actually teach yourself. You can actually learn most of the things on the internet. Yeah, maybe when the need arises for you to have that qualification, maybe you have to present all the papers, all the necessary papers to the employer. But I can say, Kuti, the way we are heading, there comes a time the paper, the qualification that you hold might not be relevant, but the skill that you present to the employer, it is the one which Saka, you have to teach yourself. You have to learn. There are so many resources online. That's the good thing about technology. Everything is online. You can go online and learn how to do software programming. You can learn how to do graphic designing. You can learn anything that you want to learn on technology. You can find it on the internet. Okay. So you don't have to wait graduator for you to be someone who has knowledge. You must be that person, like what I've said before. You must be that person who is willing to learn, who is willing to research more. That's how you learn. That's how you keep up with technology.
Thanks so much. I think I will try out the software development and web design. Even on our side, I think we really need it, because we are trying to make our platform, AFC Youth Magazine, as digital as possible, and we are trying to do a lot of developments, like coming up with a website or something like that. So I think with this show, I will there are a lot of positives that we can take from this show. Now, I want us to focus more on the role of technology when we look at the church, on how we can use technology to the best of our advantage. Do you think is it advantageous to use technology, or it's not?
Okay. I will answer your question this way. I'm going to tell you why we need technology in our church.
Okay.
Maybe that way I can be able to show you or to review to you my advantages in technology.
Indeed.
Now, all right. For the meantime, I do not have the exact statistics on of how much or of how many people are active online every day. Almost everyone right now is active online, and it's either that person is on social media, it's either that person is searching for anything else online. So it has to be something that motivates, that should motivate you. If that number, or if everyone is online right now, imagine how many people I can reach if I am going to preach online. How many people am I going to reach? How to be preaching online? Embrace technology. For the first reason that there is an expanded reach. You can reach so many people online. You can utilize some free technologies that we have, especially social media. I think nowadays, since Pakango Tanga near the lockdown as a result of COVID-19, you have seen so many churches. You have introduced online churches where they will be live streaming their services, and their followers. That's the advantage that the church should embrace. You know, a person seen that at the moment we at kukwanisa kuita ma social gatherings and but it doesn't mean the word of God inofana kumira spread because of that. We must find a way, and already there is a way that you can reach people. And the advantage is right now you are not only reaching the members of your church, you are now reaching other people. The word now is now spreading to everyone, and it's now not the word is now not meant for the members of the church only, but for everyone else. So that's another why we need technology. And another reason is that technology it helps in decision making.
Okay.
Why am I saying that? You know, nowadays, Jatanga, with the use of maybe social media, I'm sure you understand that whenever you are logged on to Facebook, either Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or any other social media platform, you know, record your geolocation. You understand that?
Indeed, yeah, I do.
Now, imagine that data being presented to you as a to us as a church, and to know that right now, tine viewership yakati iri kwakati.
Okay.
You understand that?
On that point, I think it's actually something Janchi Chitotinetsa church. Like, for example, people come to Gatiti Misangano or even a conference. And then one wakaungana kumsangano. What we only know is the number one maningwa vajikachijo. Sort of. So we can say maybe this year there are 80,000 people who are in that topic, and then next year we go in that 100,000. So the two figures, if you look at them, it appears as if in next year by data improvement. Yet, as you are saying, atina geolocation, that information, which area are those people coming from?
Exactly.
Province.
Exactly. You know, you see now. So, you know, once you have that information, it means you now know then there is need to open another branch.
Indeed.
To that area. Exactly. You understand now.
Yeah.
And you now know, you are now able to measure the effectiveness yeshoko ramuri kuparidza kuti rikusvika here kunzvimbo dzipi ndiana vari kuita sei vari kurinzwa hatiti mazvinzwisa now. So that alone is information that is presented to you for free, and you are now able to make decisions basing on that information.
Indeed.
Now, even if we can take it also from this angle, data. You know, I don't know if you have ever realized or seen whenever you type something on Google, you know,
yeah, I've seen. You know what? I haven't only tried
even those type. Now, and it about now, you know, the Google algorithm, you know, Kupa, so it will suggest my topics, maybe that search data. Let's say, for example, one might actually type could maybe the meaning of grace, Nyasha, and it. Now you realize could okay fine. People on Google they are searching about grace and it. Now, you as a preacher, it now gives you the light. Okay, fine. Right now, if I preach to people about grace, I'm preaching something which is relevant to them. They want to know more about grace. That way, you never know. Maybe that's the beginning of their journey in faith. And it on. That's because you have provided relevant information to them. So that's the use of data. Grace present online. Those are some of the examples. There are so many ways we can harvest data online, and we can utilize that data. Like relevant information and relevant or informed decision making as a change. Then, you know, online. Now, as a church, we also need to have. I don't know if anyone else has ever created a software, a church management software, but I'm assuming something that we can use to manage our day-to-day running of the church. Because a church alone is an organization and in structures, and all those structures, they need to be managed. You understand, right? Now, per software, let me just say, it's obvious, a software in a database. The database engage contain information about each and every individual, we AFC. Twitter starake anditika kwanogara anditika inenge contain a number of branches that we have anditika izvozvo alone it's information that we have, and it's information that we can use to make decisions. Like zvanambotaura zvazvo kuti tizive kuti okay fine kwakati kune branch rakati kana there are people who live maybe in Mberengwa. Do we have a branch in a church in Mberengwa? No. So let's open another church. Tangona number yavanhu variko. And we can also know, okay, fine, how many people, new people are joining the church each and every time. Because to register someone we say we are new one. That way it's not about okay, fine. Is the word that we are preaching or the word that is being preached effective? Because I understand the mission of the church is to we are the salt of the earth. We have to receive the word so that it no spread everywhere else. But the moment that we are only preaching to the people now in the church, are effective. But all those decisions we can only see once we can some form of technology, okay, fine. This month, this month, and
yeah.
No, this one, database, it's actually something it has to be done. Because I understand, I don't know can I implement, but as far as I'm concerned, up to now, we do not have a database of everyone who is a member of AFC Church.
Yeah.
Now, saka kana tadaro manje, kana zadaro, it means we have to invest in that. And sorry to say this, but what we need, to create a database, there are so many open source softwares that we can use. Maybe some hardware, panels with your hardware, store all those things. But could it a database management software? There are some open source software that we can use. You understand that?
Indeed.
So we have to move towards that and move away from the old way of doing things, like maybe this paper filing. Records on paper. You know, it's now becoming obsolete. Kana room yacho ine mapepa acho ikapiswa anditi mona inopiswa inotungidzwa mapepa atisina record.
It's like gore negore tinenge chingonzi kuri kudiwa register roma umbonyorwa next year like we have to constantly update the system on paper. It's difficult.
You see now. That's what I'm saying. We have to move towards what's trending. And you know, technology. Maybe I'm biased because I'm in that field, but I feel it's something that has been introduced to make our lives much easier. You know, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So each and every time, you know, the beauty of it is, once you have a database, you might as well create so many backups. And it destroy, you know, you have another backup. You can use that backup. You see now. Right. Saka, it's something which we have to embrace. Maybe I don't know. Technology at some point, but I think it's something that should make our lives easier, and especially in the decision making. And so records, maybe there are those monies that we contribute to the church. And you know, can I find a record, digital record in order that maybe pakatwa kabadara apazorina kunyepera dainda kabadara ningaji kamari. We know good there's a digital record. You know, everything is there. Information is there. Even in maybe I'm behind for my payments. Maybe from HM. That funeral contributions I can just go online and to our platform, and you know, my whole statement can be presented to me. So okay, fine. You understand now?
Yeah.
So we have to embrace that. It's something which is beautiful. It's something, you know, that can make our life much easier. And
I like actually this this new world. I mean, it makes life so easy. There's this 17-year-old akagadzira the website iri kushandiswa yezvecoronavirus. So if you just go there, like, you don't have to wait for news kuti uzonzoti pane makesi mangani. If you just go there. So akatora from different websites, from different social media platforms, so that the system updates itself. And to coming to your point, manga mchitaura kuti like kuti vanhu vari kutendeuka sei, vanhu vamwe kuti kunogona kunge kuna vamwe vanhu vari kubuda muchechi, and then we can have new believers. And saka if each branch could have that platform whereby it updates online, and then the system picks from every branch, then the figures achichinja in a way iringori automatic. I think that would definitely change our culture.
Exactly. It would definitely do. It would definitely change how we do things, and information will be always available to anyone who needs it. And even though about, but I'm also conscious about the security. Not every information should be available to everyone. Okay. Because, you know, not everyone animal good intentions. So there should be some form of security that can, or some form of policy that can guide the safekeeping of that data, so that it's not available to everyone, and it stays as confidential as possible.
All right, I understand. I think that's the next area that I would want to hear your opinion on. Kuti kana tichi, because zvese zvamamutaura zvakanaka, and no one would dispute that. Kana ndifunga kuti pana angazvipikise because zviri kuita kuti life yedu ive easy. But then another point ndange ndichida kuti munge muchibata ndeyekuti are there instances yekuti, as you were saying, kuti technology inozogona kuva ne-disadvantage? Like you are saying, that data now, since it's really online, people can use it for wrong purposes, or even zvekuti kuhekwa, kuti someone can just hack in, since it's a system, an online system, like zvinongoitika pane mamwe ma-systems kuti unogona kunzwa kuti yahekwa, or if it's a database unogona kunzwa kuti racrasha, something like that. So besides the point yamataura kuti panoda data security, are there other shortfalls adoption of technology in the church?
Well, yeah, what I can say is, we should be careful, especially when it comes to technology, but I would want to focus on data. Religion, it's something which is sensitive, and what we preach will not be something that another person from another congregation will agree to.
Yeah.
So we should always be careful of what we listen to or what we say online. And we should also be in a position to defend the word of God. Online you can find, especially when it comes to Christianity, you can find so many resources, but it doesn't mean that all those resources are to support the mission of the church. So you should be careful. You need that discernment, or that wisdom, for you to know which information should I take and which information yandofana kusiyana nayo. Nepanototaura chiti even vadzidzisi venemava vachauya. So hatifaniwe kuva carried away and just consume everything that we read online. No, not everything, especially when it comes to our religion. You should be careful, and you should be in a position to understand whether this is true or not.
Okay.
Though that's the the most thing that I want everyone to be careful with, because unoraswa, you might be led astray everything that anyone is saying, because as much as we like to listen to people online, they are there for the likes and views. They want to gain that popularity with people. But is it relevant? Okay, is it in line with the mission of the church? So when it comes to the religion, you should be very careful, and you should be also the kind of person reading the Bible, so that you understand and you can actually argue which issues are as serious. False information. Some people are spreading information, and even some major companies, some major tech companies, especially those social media companies, they are very much aware of wrong information. So, as a church, we should be also be careful in spread wrong information. But my major worry about putting information online, especially as a church, after I embrace the technology, in getting security. We don't have to expose that kind of information on the internet without proper security, because mumwe munhu anogona kungoitora oishandisa zvisizvo. Vamwe vanogona kungocreata ma-false identities vachishandisa information yavanenge vatora from our database. Handiti waona. Someone might use it kutotseka munhu chaiye matsotsi chaiye wotita se wotori kana asvika kumba atobirwa because ari kuita se ari kushandisa information yawana. So we should be in a position to invest in firewalls to protect our systems from those security breaches. And as much as even if how can I say it, even if technology yakanaka, we should be in a position to defend ourselves when it comes to security.
Okay.
Let's protect it. Let's protect the information yevanhu vemuchechi medu vese vanenge vaita se vanenge vajoina nge vanenge vaprovide that information because inenge iri confidential. So we have to invest in proper security measures to safeguard that information.
Okay. I know what one way IT you don't want to hear this, but vamwe vanocomplain kuti like technology is actually taking up my roles anofanira kunge achiplaywa nevanhu firstly, and also I want you to comment on yekuva expensive, like right now in as much as we want kuti munhu wese anga achifollowa online service and all that, but munhu data chero pane pasina, will there be a time yekuti zvichachipa or things will just be like this kuti data rinongoramba richidhura unenge uchida data, but also yanoda kuti mubate on as well inyaya yemarose kuti izinditi kuti hatizoita challenge here kuti tikaisa technology kuti since zvinhu zvese available online, like for example tandajaira that interaction yekuti unoenda kuna pastor, you go to a pastor, I have this problem, pastor okucancela, but nowadays you can just Google. But if I have this problem, even a doctor, you no longer need something like that. You can just Google, I have these symptoms, and Google will tell you everything. Do you think we have that challenge in church? Pakushaikwa that connection, tine kamwe kahunhu kedu kaikaika kana kuti kahundu kedu kaikaika kunyatsoti vanhu munhu akanzi ari kurwara unoenda unomuona monyatsokunamatirana, munhu akaita problem unomupa counseling uchinyatsomu, but kana zvava zvekuti social zvakungo kana zvava zvetechnology zvekuti we can find that online hazvisi kusubstitute here role yaifanira kuplay vanhu.
Okay, yeah. Well, all right. You know what? So it all depends.
Yeah.
Maybe if I had that maybe personal relationship with my pastor, you know, whatever that is he's going to say to me, I have to be there. Yeah, it's going to be difficult for me to embrace the technology, and it's going to be difficult for me to get used to technology being the form of media ichandibatsira communicate na pastor wangu. But if you are that kind of a person wakuti you don't have that attachment with any minister, even if we're online, you know, you will still listen to the word, but without affecting you, without being affected. But yeah, it's a valid contribution. You know, technology at some point, it's you know, it's erasing that human interaction, and of which that human interaction is very important. I think for the well-being of every individual. You know, at some point you need to talk with people face to face, you know, without being interrupted by anything or by the network, you know, being slow or any other barriers. But it's inevitable. That's where we are going. And you know, pakango ya coronavirus, pakandiratidza something chekuti we will get to a point where, you know, physical interaction chaichaiva inenge isisiri relevant. Everything else inenge zvakungoitwa online. And generation yatiri, yes, maybe we were used to that human interaction, but the generation to come, I don't think they will see any difference. No, there's no need for me to go and meet anyone else. We can just, do a video chat, and share ideas about anything else. So yes, to some extent, for us, we are being affected, and it's a challenge because we are used to interact with people, and we are used to go to church, and the pastor is preaching to us something which is nice and beautiful, and
especially Nini, like I'm still struggling to adapt actually, because the generation ukaenda kuchurch unonyatsobva uchidikitiro kuti nhasi ndange ndichishanda muchiimba
exactly.
But nowadays kana zvazve online, what you do, you just follow through, pasisina ka energy so
exactly.
I'm here to adapt.
And I would like to think also, could even the pastors, at some point they can be motivated, when akati hallelujah, mugati amen, it gives him that energy, which at least I'm being listened to. But apo manje apa, you don't know which ari kugutsirira ndiani, ari kuchasucherera and ari kuagree. There's that motivation within you, at least I'm doing something good. But apa manje pekuti technology has been, but we cannot deny, we cannot actually atikwanise kuzvitiza or go away from it, because it's something that is in our life, that is being introduced in our lives every day, and the future is technology. And at some point, we should get used to, these things.
Saka challenge one is I'm learning from Jamuta. It will be the issue of adaptation. Are we really ready to adopt it as a form of, as a way of life? For example, visual services, my visual service online, or corona, but maybe because I think after coronavirus, personally, I just feel like it will take a while for things to normalize, even my case or something. I think it was a good online, but I think the major challenge, as you are saying, so I'm going to that old tradition. Yekuti tinonyatsa kuonana ndokuti munhu anzoti ndanamata akanamata zvekunzi paonline haanyatsunzwa kuti ndanyatsopinda chaizvo nhasi ndanyatsopinda service hazvizonyatsomuti gejegeje. So I like the ideas that you have actually shared, and I'm sure zvichabatsira, especially youth fellowship. I think that's a good place to start from. We can start building on the youth fellowship shadow church up. Like we have a lot of people like computer science or people anika knowledge IT, but maybe what avaskwana that room ekunyatsa kusign place zvinogona kuzobatsira munhu wese. So it's a good idea. Ndikuona kuti maadvantages ekuva netechnology akawanda kupfuura kunge tisinayo tikada kuita do it the hard way. But ndandikuda kuvhunza kuti where can we start, like say church yedu, where exactly can we start? Nekunzwa kuti what do we require? Earlier on you mentioned yekuti it's for free, most of the things, like the database is just it's something that you can do for free. There are free sites that you can start building on before we even start. May you also advise us on like people even on YouTube, but how do we set up all those things? And also kuti tingade what zvingade budget yakadi plus resources angadiwe, the expertise that is required so that we can start we can start off kutanga kuadopta tichiimplementa zvese tichiita work on it, especially zvichiitwa nemayouth.
Okay. Yeah, you know, the starting point, yeah, that the first step, though, you know, to home, because you know you're trying to introduce yourselves or so many people to new things, and I don't want to lie, you might face a lot of resistance, especially from the top guys. I'm not gonna, I know this is not necessary or what, but it's a good thing that and this information we have to share and enlighten each other, so that view and how useful these things can be. So the first step should be within our church. How are we managing our day-to-day running of the church? Like panyaye information that is always being required, maybe individual information. How are we managing that? So to start, you know, we need that software. Maybe we might call it a church management software. Inenge chizotibatsira to run our day-to-day activities within the church. Zvakafanana naizvozvo, you know, kuupdate registers and to keep my records edu about maybe my individual transactions aitwa towards the church. So panenge pachidiwa, if maybe the software kana ichidhura, I'm not sure about the prices, because it's been long since I inquire about my prices and my this kind of software.
Okay,
but you might have. Sorry?
I'm saying, but there is a charge. I mean, there's a fee that is required.
Yes, exactly. But you know, we might have some individuals with those skills, like software developers. You know, we might come together, then start working on the project, then create a database. So some of these costs if we could contribute our skills towards developing these things, because we are working for the church. We have to contribute towards that. It's our duty. That's why we have these skills. So we have to contribute. I did my plans with this. I understand, like we have individuals who are computer science right now, and those people, and I'm sure they're doing programming. You know, we can come together, then we can plan on this project and it more. It can be useful. I don't want to lie. It can make our lives easier.
Especially especially the church app that you were saying that you can. I'm sure it will go a long way, because if you click, just like in Nema banking details, could you click, show a lot of information, and saka zvikange zvakuitwa sekuti church kuti unobva watongoona kana une outstanding fees akuda kubhadharwa, kana une chiri kuitwa announcement, something like that, because already tagara titone some form of adaptation yatatoita technology. Vazhinji takutoshandisa WhatsApp, like nowadays WhatsApp chinhu chatatojaira kuti you do on WhatsApp, and a lot of things in the world generally zvangova online, and we are doing it. Saka I'm sure kuda kuzviisa muchurch, it won't be something really difficult, but what maybe tinenge tisina the knowledge and know-how yekuti zvinofambiswa sei, nepekutangira pacho, and resistance. You know, there is a generational clash, which vamwe vachiri mahard board mapostori yekuti then kozoita vamwe, you would recall in 2000, was it 2006 or 7? I still remember kuti kuchitope pakamboitika incident yekuti pakada kuitwa just the microphone yekuda kutaura nawaya, and then people were disputing the idea, no, it's evil, but eventually so I think at start, as you were saying, it becomes a challenge. That's an easier way of doing things, and it's doable.
Yes, and you understand now. Saka, if we can get together with those with the knowledge, to come up with a database, with the database of the church, and then I'm sure they must, by now, Tanema offices. If I'm not mistaken, Arguma Sasa.
It's true.
So that's where those can be, that place can be our central point. Meetings, you understand? Maybe coronavirus or this lockdown thing. Maybe tikatanga kana kuti muna May, the end of this year tinogona kunge something tinogona kubatika. Maybe tineta kuda kutopinda pa implementation phase. That is if so sure the knowledge is there, everyone is there, and everyone is willing to work towards that project. So that's the starting point. We must have that software inokwanisa kuti manager, inokwanisa kuti manage our day-to-day running of the church. Then the second thing is we should have a website. I'm sure nowadays each and every organization, in a website, so that anyone who wants to know more, maybe about AFC, I can go in the website and present one information. Who is the founder? And all that cannot maybe our yearly calendar activities. The calendar doing the property per website, so that munazoneskana nema dates kutoke mswakati kwenda kutenge pachitopi mswakati tinge tiri padema mswakati tinge tiri kupi, youth calendar inenge iri payo yega, anditika main church calendar inenge iri payo. Whatever is going to happen, adjustments apasisina, that has to be tumbira itsamba kwana ningi fonera iningi mumudze tisachinja madates. No, ukango update acheti pa website, anyone can go there on okay find my dates achinja. This is now the sorry for getting active, and it should be interactive. It should be that kind of a website, provide information to its congregants and Isusu members, the church members. We should be in a position to find whatever information that we need on that website, so that apasi sina, that misinformation kanganisika spread a false information kana wanga wachinzwa kuti nhasi church iri kwakati andika iwa ucharasika because you have the right information.
Even my directions tanzwa munhu anongovhunza ndasvika maharare guys nora what or tafara branch iri kupi. So if we have
exactly.
you just go in then, and then pane kuti munyori ndiani, mufundisi ndiani. I mean, it makes our life easier.
Much easier, and information will be available to everyone, and people that that sense kuti maybe isusu is vapara vechidiki tiri kuendera kuchikoro zvino, and we are contributing something towards the work of the Lord. Information knowledge tipa Mwari kana achiti bless with these skills. It's not kuti isusu tingowana kurarama chete, ari kuda kuti even nebasa rake ritese rifambe. I mean, so we should be in a position to assist the church kuti tikwanise kuita zvese.
But I think pema youth
move forward, because
pema youth I think maybe varungowa hawo hesitant, but I'm sure ndo maybe kwazvingadai zvakatangira zvichitangira, but I'm happy to have you on. I'm sure they are taking some notes on how we can go about it. Because chimwe chacho chinoitika kune kusukuziwa kuti where to start, and also there are a lot of benefits, because like some of them maybe you can share more on that one. But zvimwe zvacho you can actually earn earn income nekuzviita like channels. If it's a church channel YouTube, so tinogona kuwana some of tumwe funds tudiki twekuti tinogona kurana tumwe administrative tinogona kuita cover administrative cost atinogona kunge tisingazwani mari iyoyo. Inini isusu for example say AFC Youth Magazine we are actually struggling because pambacho tinenge tisina mari yekuita run some of the things, but if you may help us maybe information how do we capitalize kuwana mari using the online platforms.
Yeah, that's really true. You know, it all comes to the mission of, or the agenda of the youth committee, international youth committee. Are they including such projects in their yearly agendas? Because you know, it mustn't be the agenda that we are only preaching. There has to be that transformation, you know, from the old way of doing things to the new way of doing things. You know, we are living in an ever-changing environment as far as technology is concerned. So we should keep up. You know, you just remind me of an article pakatanga lockdown about how this coronavirus has sparked a massive global digital transformation. Because now everyone is online. Everyone is looking to technology to provide him with some form of assistance, whether it's working or whether it's communicating with anyone else. You know, that's what we are depending on right now. Saka, we should be in a position to utilize those things, and the youth committee should, you know, present themselves. Maybe it's something, but I think it's a good initiative where if we could get my skills in my youth, then we present my projects at Tudakuita as a church. Those projects can be presented from our youth conferences, or even my meetings and my committees, my youth. It's okay, fine. By Tinema targets, by year end, to find a website. Maybe turn HH software or HH database and topanana those tasks you and to delegate those tasks, and I'm sure till dedicated to these guys by end of the year talk to a different story. Talk to no isus as youth nekuti dzidzisa kwamakaita takutenda vakuru nekutendesa kwamakaita kuchikoro takwanisa kusimudzira usangano kusvika pakati, and tikuramba tichienda mberi. That's what we should be doing. Those are the goals that we should be setting for ourselves. And you know, it's no motivate even the younger people, even the younger generations vachiri kuSunday school kuti, you know, kuenda kuchikoro you might actually accomplish something chinobatika, because azvibatsire kuti munhu ari kuendera kuchikoro kuti angonodzidza kuti awane mari inomuraramisa iye nemhuri yake, asi basa raMwari richisafa. We should work and towards that. Tinofana kuuser those same skills. Zvangofanana right now muchurch committee tikutaura muna secretary handiti tutaura muna secretary tutaura muna treasurer handiti tutaura muna chairman handiti tikada kutarisa this handiti. So kana ku business queen a department retechnology zvakaipa here kuti even kuchechi kuveona that department rinoita leverage the technology that we have for the benefit of the church. Hazvina kuipa handiti mapaona manje. So we should be in a position to push towards that kuti tigare tiri up to date. Right now no, you know, 14 April ndoratinoti ndo mwedzi wedu wekutanga isusu mwedzi waAbhibhi handiti akatopfuura handiti vanhu vanga vaine mwoyo vaidokwaira kuti dai tanzwa chishoko rinoita rinotiswededza pana Mwari, dai tagamuchira chimwe handiti, but hatina kukwanisa kuzviita because there was no way yekuti taibvumidzwa kuita kuungana handiti. So zvoreva here kuti kana tikasanzi tiungane shoko raMwari richafa? Ndozvazvakureva here? No, we have to utilize zvatinazvo so that we can spread the gospel. One way they might argue, but yes, it's all really relevant, but that's not my data. Yeah, I understand data right now, it's expensive. Waste you, I don't know, spend a kumabasa, but one not got a trip on WhatsApp on it. My pastors they do my church. We're not gonna quit my pre-recorded sermons, and then those can be distributed, which is something which is being done right now. And I'm happy the relevance of it and but once in a while, a live service. Tichiona bishop whether just achiti shumira and itakaterera achinyatsoona zvoti vanhu vakaterera. The good thing like zvanambotaura haasi kushumira kwatiri unogona kuona munhu ari ngopfuurawo nepo munhu ari kumbotaura nezveiyo. It's much easier for someone online to listen to a sermon shoko riri pano. It's much easier and it will on. It's relevant and we need that. Kuti timbovaonawo vachishumira handitika. Yes, we understand we are in lockdown, but shoko raMwari harifaniri kunge hazvirevi kuti basa raMwari ramira. Basa ngarienderere mberi. How can we do that? We have technology, and we have live streaming facilities. Facebook is that, Instagram is that, YouTube is that, and we can use
about
social
Bishop. I'm sure about Bishop and also even my youth themselves, but they can actually do my things. How even what about lockdown, things can be done online on my channel.
Exactly. Exactly, like what we are doing right now. It's an interview, I understand, but we are sharing information. And information is just so we should embrace that. Atifane kuvatati atuto relax anoti kana COVID inonzi lockdown yapera ndopa tichazoonana tongosimudzira. You will find kuti vamwe vachaita kunge vanhu vanyuwani pashoko iri. Pashoko rekushumira ipo anzi lockdown yapera. Because achinomira paipaika zvichamuremera arika kuti tanga munhu atiriroka nezuro handiti waona mani hazvifaniri kunge zvichidaro. We should utilize these things handiti wakaona setting up maningirikini nyaya yemalive feeds tinogona kushandisa even kana tisina vamwe vanongoshandisa mafoni. Kana uine a proper phone ine camera yakanaka, you can do quite a nice live streaming sermon. I'm sure you have seen some pastors online with those kind of things. Vamwe vanadzo mari stereki ndo vane equipment yacho yese yekuti inenge ichiita kunge like sort of like TV chaiyo uchinyatsoona zvese zvichibuda zvakanaka. But something that we have to invest in as a church. We should look into the costs and kuti timboona, because kune masoftwares akaita sana Wirecast, tine inonzi XSplit, ana vMix, kota imwe inonzi Streamlabs, OBS. Those nigirikini softwares anoshandiswa pakuita live streaming and anenge achinyatsopawo those functions ekuti munhu unyatsoonawo zveshuwa zvakanaka and anenge achida kufuta ane hardware inonyatsosapota zvakanaka like microphones, HD cameras, zvinhu zvekuti tikaida invest into tinokwanisa kuzvitenga and kana tikwanisa kutenga PA system hatingambotadza kutengawo zvinhu zvakadai so kuti basa raMwari rambe. And you realize kuti once we have invested in those things, even if sometimes unogona kutadza kuenda kuchechi but uri kumba pakaitwa a live feed hatisikuri kuti vanhu ngavaregedze kuenda kuchechi kana kukunzi zvinhu zvaita zvanormalize, vanhu ngavaende kuchechi, but pakaitwa futi a live stream handitika even ari kumba anokwanisa kuita kunzwa shoko handitwa. Zvinotadzisa vanhu kusvika panzvimbo zvakawanda. Hatisi kuti pamwe inungo dzekusada kunamata kana sei, vamwewo zvichwa vane magenuine reasons why vasina kukwanisa kuenda kuchechi, but it doesn't mean kuti havana right yekunzwa shoko handiti vanokwanisa kuita sei kutorinzwawo vari kumba. So we have to embrace these things. So social media involvement yakanaka zvisingaiti. Chipanana those sermons handitika vanhu vachiva up to date, vanhu vachigara vari munyasha, vari mumweya, because vari kuita sei vari kureceive shoko every day. And munhu, I'm sure each and every person ane munhu wekuti akanzwa achishumira, you know, anoswedera pedyo naMwari. Zvino kana munhu iyeye asiri kukwanisa kushumira, zvakureva here kuti ini ndakugara ndiri kure naMwari? Hazviiti. Handitiwa that personal connection iyoyo yatinayo nemunhu iyeye, at least ziva kuti ndikamira pandichishumbira shoko kune mumwe munhu anodependa neni pashoko. Handitiwa panzwa. Kune vamwe vanotorarama neyekuti vanzwa shoko bishop achiparidza. Vanonzwa mashumiro avanoita vanonzwisisana. Saka zvinhu zvakanaka izvozvo zvokuti tese ti-embrace, handiti mapanzwisisa. Saka as a church we should also be involved panyaya iyo ye-social media. Then the last thing chandingati chiri relevant and as a church chatinokwanisa futi kuembrace, it's nyaya ye-online giving. You know, we should create an online platform yekuti atimirire, you know, kuti Sunday tozobvisa Sunday collection kana tozopa kuchechi. Anopanzisa. There should be that option yekuti whether ndaiwana mari nhasi. You know, zvinoita pamari ka unogona kuti waichengeta uda kuipa kuchechi mwana ovharwara. Wakutotora kuti mari yewa kuendesa ku. But I'm not saying kuti waita zvakaipa kuendesa. But I'm just saying kuti, you know, that option should be available to everyone at any time.
And also ndakaona unge vanhu vanoresponda well vakanga vachiona zvinhu zvichiupdate in real time. Ngatiti for example kuchitobe kwanzi kuda kuwakwa something and then vanhu vachiona online how kuti mari dziri kuunganisa. I think zvineka motivation kazvinako kuti munhu anobvanzwa kuti asa rega ndibviso because mari yapakati arega ndisvitse 10,000 something like that.
Exactly. And I'm sure I don't know. I don't that option in Burkini. Yeah, Zimbabwe, we have this platform, you know, the Pay Now. I'm sure you have used it before. I don't know. But is it free or she answered? But I'm sure it must be free. Cannot charge pay every transaction in India. You know, we can integrate that with our website and it so that anyone anongoya chitesa ngoita paangofungira andagopa chipo kuna Mwari uyo eko cash yake adase atumira whether it's a transfer or chichi online payment zvadera say right, so that the account inogara ine mari. All those day to day runnings of the church anogara ichita say achienda. Hapasina need yekuti alright fine ndaita mari ini ndakumbotsvaga phone yanhingi ndimutumire munyori nhingirikini last on RP rega ndimutsvage phone number yake ndimutumire. That's a long process. You never know what might happen between now and the time and so ndoda kuti pakazvifunga ndobva ndaita sei ndobva ndazviita handiti wapanzwisisa. Saka zvinhu zvatiri, those are the things, the simple things yekuti tinogona kutanga nazvo. That church, that software and database, church website, social media movement, inyaya online giving, those forced in the things, if we could embrace them, I think it can be the right step in the right direction. And kana tikazvipa ma-targets. For this, I don't want it to be the something part of my goals in the whole church. Even a project in it for my youth, because what I'm giving is a challenge to my youth. As my youth, come up with these things. At least tikakwanisa kuachieve 2 of these things. Tinenge something chiri and kana Mwari vanofarawo nesu. At least we just to contribute something.
Thanks so much. I hope we will accept the challenge. Okay, I now want us to move on. And Farira, the world Yamati Rakidza, but the show was around. I'm sure it will inspire my youth. It is something about it because it's really nice and manzwiranda zvita zvinhu zvakanaka zvinoita kuti upenyu hwedu huende. But I now want us to shift attention tiende panyaya ye-CMG Soultions. May you tell us about it? What is it all about, the work that you do, and how did the idea came into being? We want to know more about your company.
Okay. CMG Solutions. Okay, by the way, CMG is Coordinated Media Graphic Solutions. So it's a company, tikatanga, yani somehow 3 years, I think.
Okay.
And yeah, we have been operating for 3 years now. So what we do is we offer services such as digital marketing services, web designing services, and graphic designing services. Those are the services that we offer. The idea behind this initiative is to elevate my organizations. We have those small organizations or SMEs, those SMEs that do not have maybe the right budget or enough funds to fund their marketing strategies or to find their marketing activities. So we help them. We offer, favorable prices, and those are the services that we give. Our goal is to help my small organizations again that that relevance or that market share, and our competitive enough market, and anyatsozikanwawo kuti at least there is this brand, and azikanwa kuti they offer this kind of service, because sometimes chinouraya maorganizations it's not kuti vanenge vasina it's not kuti havazive zvavanenge vachiita, but the way they market themselves. And nowadays the environment or the platforms that are effective when it comes to marketing, the social media platforms and search engine platform. So if they can be able to market themselves on those platforms, they can be able to reach a greater audience, the same audiences that big organizations are reaching. They will be in a position to reach them also. So we give opportunities to those, and we also give consulting services to those organizations also.
Okay, that's impressive. So for someone anenge achida kuitawo like you did, and then achitangawo an IT company inenge ichida what you have just listed, what are the challenges associated with it, and ndezvipi zvaanofanira kugadzirira or kuva prepared to face in your industry so that akwanise kuva successful as you are?
Well, okay. That's why she didn't be successful. Anyway, thank you very much. But I'm not yet there. Yeah, it's a long journey, but I'm hoping very soon I will get there.
Okay.
But there are so many challenges that one can face can hit these things. And the first one is to market your skills. How are you marketing your skills, and who needs your skills, and are you marketing your skills to relevant people?
Okay.
Saka ukatadza kunyatsoziva kwauri kumarketera and the kind of people who needs your services, that can be a challenge to you, because you won't be able to grow as a business, and you won't be able to to gain those so many customers. Saka it's one of the challenges that I faced pakutanga. Ndangozviita out of interest, maybe for example nyaya graphic designing is something that I taught myself. So ndangozviita out of interest, but I didn't know who are the right kind of people on for marketing those things. But I was fortunate enough to have some mentors in my life who can direct the right channel and the right people who just say market my services kwavari, and I managed to start doing well. And I can say right now our clientele base is growing, and tine mamwe partnerships atiri kuita with other agencies, media agencies, and very soon the brand inenge ranyanya kukura zvakanyanyisa, something which is good for the company. And yeah, this was, and another challenge yati inogona yandikazosanganawo nayo yanga iri nyaya, my resources, not all, especially nyaya hardware. When you are doing graphic designing, you need machines which are somehow powerful. So at that point, the machine that I had, yanga isina kunyatso mira mushe, but with the work that I did, I managed to raise enough funds to the right equipment for the job. But for now, yeah, what I'm focusing now on is building the company. I think the equipment, none. So those are the challenges that you might face. Well, and some challenges depend on kind of industry. But for mine, and another thing is, the other challenge you have to face, especially if you are a graphic designer in Zimbabwe, not everyone values my graphic designers. They think the kind of work that they offer, if you say maybe you want a certain amount to charge according to the service that you're doing, so those are some of the challenges that you will meet. But what I've learned is not everyone deserves your service. A person who really values your service or who really needs your service will be willing to pay for it, for whatever amount you're going to charge. So you mustn't be pulled down by one tower and anything. And you shouldn't be desperate to accept any, chemo chesi yakuti munhu wamuchaja mari yakati kuti ndikuda inzune mari yakati. It's not good for business. You should be able to state the amount that you need, and if you are going to do the job, you should be able to receive that money. So those are some of the challenges that you face as a graphic designer, or even as a digital marketer, even as a web designer. So you should be able to embrace them, and you should be able to handle those challenges.
Mr. Tawanda Zuze, thank you so much. Tadzidzisa zvakawanda, and tichatoda kunyatsodigesta, kunyatsoita rethink, manyatsoita turn our minds upside down, tatoona a new way of doing together. Thank you so much, Mr. Tawanda Zuze. I really appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you for having me also. I'm sure, like what I've said earlier on in the beginning of this interview, I don't know everything. And I was just sharing with you, some of the things that I've learned and some of the things that I know. Technology is a huge field, and it consists of so many things. And apa patanga ticha interview we didn't cover zvakanyanyisa. These are some of the things that are involved within this field, and these are some of the things that are so useful towards serving God. And I'm sure if we could embrace these things, we can get some way, and we can actually serve God the right way, and spreading information to everyone. Everyone can have access to the word of God through this through technology. So I'm sure kuti pane zvandataura izvozvo, maybe someone ane zvanga asingazivo adzidza or something, and I'm ready. Kana paine vanenge vachida kuti tiite projects together, I'm ready, and I'm always available to give my opinion and even my services, kuti tibatsirane tichishare my ideas on how we can move forward.
Thank you so much, Mr. Zuze. There you heard it, guys. That was Mr. Tawanda Zuze sharing on the role that technology plays in our church. I'm sure you have been inspired, and I'm sure you now have a different mindset from the issues that we've been discussing with him. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode. May God bless you.
Thank you very much.